test ticket?
Help desk.
For the
Help
volunteer.
desk ticket? We don't know anything about
And
that.
you won't pick up the internet.
Either
For
one.
the city or the library.
Help desk
Help
ticket.
desk ticket.
Help desk ticket. Never heard of it.
I know exactly what that is. I
Well,
use it often.
that's why we interrupted you. We knew you would know. I get a problem. Kind of heavy, yeah. No, just put it straight back. It's just a heavy chair.
You know what? I had some peppermint patties to bring with me, and I didn't bring
I
them.
don't like peppermint patties, I'm glad you forgot.
It's all right. No, it was on the first one.
If the commissioners would take their seats, we're going to get started. Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Vallejo Sister City Commission meeting, regular meeting of October 20th, 2025. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Oh. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Someday.
Someday, we hope. And now I'll thank you to the native tribes. We pause to commemorate the native tribes upon whose land our city was built, the Patwin tribes, the Coastal Miwoks, the Susunis, and the Karkins. Roll call, please.
Chair Shank Stewart.
Here.
Vice Chair Lamb. Commissioner Andreas. Commissioner Ligda. Commissioner Thank you. Commissioner Rubio Machado. Absent. Commissioner Placido. Commissioner Stewart. Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Now we'll go to number 5 on the agenda, communications.
All right. Short secretary's report this evening. I want just a reminder that there is the board and commission event next Thursday, and the time has passed for the RSVP, so I hope everybody got their RSVPs in, and that will be October 30th at Sweet Treatments. That's all I have today. I have other items that will go along with other agenda items.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me tonight. I wanted to say that we had a wonderful, exciting time at the Sister Cities event. I was honored to be in my first official. I have always attended throughout the years. So it was so great to be as representative, not only as your council liaison person, but my first time as city councilwoman. And it was well attended. It was exciting to meet so many people. And then the young people set it time with your support, Commissioner Pellington. He did a really great job making sure all the students were there. And then Maritime Academy, their presence was wonderful. And they even spoke to me afterwards of their concerns. So I truly appreciate that involvement with the community. I know that you have some concerns regarding what you heard at the City Council regarding the commission and the association as sister cities. I just want to let you know that it's just a conversation right now. It's nothing in stone at this point, and we're going to get more information, but it was just an observation that the representative had, the consultant had. I guess a while back, before we were seated, this was asked of the previous council to look into all of the commissions to see if we're doing too much or they're coinciding with each other, to see if we can put them together so that it'd be a better support, so to speak. So that's what we're looking into right now. But at this point, it's just a conversation. And I did ask her to reach out to one or more of you to see what you would like to see. We know that Sister City is a wonderful contribute to not only the city of Vallejo, our county, and our state, to represent to other other countries that what the benefit of having your relationship. So please feel free to email me, email Eric, and we can pass those information along if you're interested and want to be part of that voice. So if you have any questions for me? Well, thank you very much. Yes, ma'am.
I did read what was written from the city council report, and my only concern is that they said that they talked to all the secretaries of the commissions. I shouldn't say talk to, sent a survey to. So that's something I'll be asking our secretary, that if he received a survey, asking anything about it, because I felt like he would have brought that back to us for discussion at that time. And I'm not sure that happened. So thank you for your report. Thank you for including that.
Thank you so much. And so maybe our city attorney too can allude to that concern as well. So I know you probably didn't hear City Attorney Neb, that we were talking about the recommendations of the consulting wanting to collaborate Sister City Commission into Sister City Association. Thank you so much.
I have a question.
Oh, I don't have,
Madam Chair. I have
Hold on 1 second.
the light doesn't work. Oh, the light does not work, but the mic does. So, yes, that's an item on tonight's agenda, actually.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was
Absolutely.
just included in my report, so she'll elaborate more.
So did you hear that as well, Commissioner Andreas?
Yes, I did.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you so very much. You have anything else that you wanted to ask outside of that, Commissioner
No, thank you very
Andreas?
No, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Next on the agenda is the report from the commission chair. And 1 second. Oops, I think it's 2. It dawned on me that I really had not done an official report since July because of going dark in August. However, I did want to report that voting confirmation was received from Sister City International that we did vote, and on time. And they said that the winners were announced at the annual business meeting in Fort Worth, Texas. I went on the website to try and find out who the winners were, and I was not able to find it. I'm sure they'll talk about it later, and I will include that in another report. As I stated, August 18th meeting was canceled, city went dark, and allowed for vacation, so we didn't meet then. You also know from the minutes that Commissioner Paul Ligda and I have been working on the Sister City signs for the entrances to Vallejo. We're still working on that, and that'll come up again tonight. Commissioners who are board members for the association participated in the Vallejo Sister City International Dinner Auction, and that was highlighted by our liaison. Those of you who are not in attendance, I did bring a program, and I would like this program to go into our archives. I think there's a couple of people who were not in attendance. Okay.
Take a look at it.
Okay, we've been approached by Ken Sarner to consider Sister City flag football outreach. That's also on our agenda. He contacted Kurt Smith, who is the executive director of the Visit Vallejo, and he responded that he loved the idea and he offered to assist. And so whatever the outcome is of that item on our agenda, we need to make sure we include Kirk Smith in our outreach efforts. My last item is that we have recently connected with Raynette Castillo, who I believe is a member of the Northern California Chamorro Club in Vacaville. And Commissioner Pelton Stewart has agreed to reach out and find out if that group might be interested in organizing a committee to continue the friendship level that we had started previously. All of the other members had moved to Las Vegas, and as you know from our guidelines, you must have a committee on both sides. And so Commissioner Stewart will follow up on that and let us know how that works out. In peace, Elissa Shanks Stewart, Chair. Thank you. Now we have community forum. If anyone's interested in participating in our community forum,
I can read this.
okay? Why not?
They have 3 minutes for,
Does he have to wait?
It's on the agenda later.
Yes. Does he have to wait till the next time?
no, till it's on the agenda. It's on our agenda.
I know that, but I didn't know we could talk at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Community,
Thank you for being here. You'll come up.
community forum is for items not on the agenda, so when the item comes up that's on the agenda, yeah, absolutely.
Anyone else have something they'd like to present for community forum? If not, we will move on to the consent calendar and approval of agenda.
I move that the approval of minutes and agenda be approved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the agenda for October 20th, 2025. All those in favor say yes. All those against it say no. Motion approved.
All right.
Okay. Old business. Report from Commissioner Lamb on Youth Subcommittee.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, before I give my report on our youth activities, I want to say I'm excited to hear from Ken Sarna and the Flag Football League because my strong interest, as most of you know, is in youth activities. So I'm hoping we can collaborate and get this other potential opportunity off the ground. So thanks for being here, and I can't wait to hear what you all have to say. So as far as the youth subcommittee goes, we are happily expanding the group. We got 2 new members. I think we're up to 8 total members on our youth subcommittee. Allison right here is our latest member from MIT. We now have 2 schools represented on the youth subcommittee, so we're excited to be expanding. Allison, do you want to just stand up and quickly introduce yourself, if you don't mind? Just say where you go to school and a little bit about yourself. Yeah, if you can come up to the mic, even better.
Hi, I'm Allison Morgan. I go to MIT Academy. I'm really excited to meet you all. I
Could you bring that microphone down?
Down. There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
sorry.
Gracious. If Paul is having a harder time.
Hi, like I said, I'm Allison Morgan. It's super nice to meet you all. I go to MIT Academy, and my teacher, Miss Perry, was the one who told me about the Sister City Committee, and I thought it was super interesting and be a really great chance to join. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Thank you for
Thanks,
being
Allison.
here. Thank you for being here.
All right. Thank you, Allison. And that's a good segue into the first part of my report, which is on the sister schools. As you all know, we have sister school Vallejo High School, joined with MIT, and Allison is also a member of, or involved in that activity specifically with groups of students from Vallejo City High School. And she has a pal of sorts, a pen pal of sorts that she communicates with regularly through Ms. Perry and the classes that are involved in the exchange. Second thing I wanted to mention is that the group, the subcommittee, the youth subcommittee is looking for opportunities to volunteer. So if people have any specific opportunities for them to volunteer, contribute to different activities in the community, both international or otherwise, we'd love to hear from you. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We could have used them last week. The week before, whenever it was. Okay, thank you so much. Now report from Entry Science Subcommittee and give direction if needed.
Well,
Is it green? Push it on the left side, let's see.
I
Push it on the left side, let's make sure it's on. Yeah.
oh, there we go, okay. Well, we've come up with a suggested,
Yeah, there you go.
okay,
You didn't have to hold it.
thank you. We've come up with a suggested prototype for the sign, and Pilton has one, but you can pass those down. I've been in touch with Vallejo Graphics, which says that these signs can be produced in aluminum, 18 by 24 for about $100 each. So that's a price that I haven't tried to beat that price by going to anyone else. I got the suggestion to go to Vallejo Graphics from a member of the city council. So I've been in touch with Tony Chu in the Public Works, who says he would be the person responsible for actually constructing the signs, given the authority to do so, and he seemed to think it needed to come from the city manager. So, but he has assured me that the size 18 by 24 fits within all regulations of which he is aware. And that's where I am with this at the present time.
Chair,
Mhm.
Melissa,
Oh, I'm sorry. Commissioner Stewart.
just a quick question. We got the price, but how many do we need?
Well, I am aware of 6 entrances to the city. I have reached out to see if anyone knows of any more. I've excluded the interstates. I thought that would probably be a big problem. So I'm aware of 6.
Should we have some spares, just in case?
Well, if they order them, $100 each, yeah. I am kind of, my idea would be I'd go to the association and ask them to come up with the money. I do not believe, I have not asked Tony Chu, but I don't know that the city would charge for actually putting the signs up. They didn't charge us for putting up the pole when we put that up several years ago, but who knows, there's different administration now. So,
Through the chair?
Yes, go ahead.
The direction to put up the signs would have to be approved by city council. And we also have a policy that we use when we do honorary honorary renaming of streets and for the street signs. And the city charges for the signs, the city charges for the labor, and they would probably charge for the pole. And they would not put anything up that was not city property or that they didn't have explicit agreement that they could put a sign up.
Oh, Commissioner Stewart.
Echoing what Eric said, years ago, the Continental Omega Boys and Girls Club approached the city with the concept of changing the name of the street next to the club to Positive Place. And they gave us the procedure, which was to present it to the concept to the city council, then referred it to a committee, and we went through Public Works and the whole, and I'm bringing kids to all these meetings, right? And then we got the dollar sign on what all this would cost. And our kids collected pennies. We had a penny drive. Some of the old timers, you remember, made the newspaper and all that, but that street was changed to Positive Place, and every penny that those kids raised went toward that sign. So I'm aware of the procedures, the hoops you have to jump through, but it was an excellent civics lesson for the kids.
Thank you. Now, I want to say on our behalf, of subcommittee's behalf, we're not trying to change the name of a street. We're not trying to rename a street. We're adding signs for information and beautification and cultural recognition.
Yeah.
So that's a little different from renaming a street.
Yeah, just talking about the bureaucracy.
Okay, yeah. So I'm hoping that the information that Commissioner Lecter has gotten is going to work. I don't know, but I would say that maybe at this point, we need to write this up as a report. Commissioner Lecter, we need to write this up as a report and then present it to the city manager. Don't you think? That's the
Pardon me?
information.
I don't hear well, as you know.
Yes, I do know that. Did you want to say something?
So Eric is correct. The city council would have to approve any signage on the street. It would also need to go to Public Works to make sure that it meets the requirements of Caltrans, as all of our street signs must.
I think he said he went to him already. He went to Public Works already.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying that that's part of the procedure. So ultimately, I think he went to see how much it would cost, right? That was what I heard.
Well, he
I'm
wanted
sorry.
to know about the
Signs.
size as well.
Sizes, right.
And he got approval for that.
So the question of what a sign says and its placement has to meet certain requirements. And then the council has to approve it because it's being placed presumably on public property. If it's being placed on private property, there's a whole nother procedure that has to be addressed.
Right, so that's why I'm saying, I'm hoping that he's going to write it up as a report. Would that be appropriate?
I think yes. I think sending it to the city manager's office and requesting that the item be presented to the council for consideration is the place to go.
Okay, so did you hear that, Commissioner Lecter? If not, we'll make sure you get that information.
Madam Chair, question?
Yes,
I think this sign looks great. The only thing I would ask is, in the interest of information sharing and greater exposure for the work of the association and the commission, would it make sense to have, say, the URL of the sister city association on the sign, a way for people to actually get some information if they saw this and were interested in learning more about what exactly this Vallejo Sister City stuff is all about?
if you're asking me personally, I think no. Because things change so quickly, And we want these signs to be there pretty permanently, just saying who our sister cities are. In fact, my son said, you might want to leave some space in case you get some more sister cities. And I thought, do you know how long it took us to get the last sister city? It was like 7 years. So, I'm not sure we want to put a URL on that, but it's up to the group to decide.
Well, as I said, I kind of looked at it perhaps in a simplistic way.
I did too.
I wanted to go to the person who would actually do the work, and that seemed to be Mr. Chu.
Okay.
And he says he would do it if he got the authority, and he seemed to say from the city manager.
Okay.
I got referred to the city manager, she referred me to Eric, and that's,
Okay, so our city attorney is telling us tonight that we need a report written up. Commissioner Ligda, we need a report written up saying just what you said, and then we can present it to the city manager and ask if he will present it to the city council for approval. So you willing to do that?
well, I will do it. I feel a little, I've talked to Narcissa and emailed her, and I think I had a phone conversation with her as well. And being as she's the specific person to whom I was referred, I feel kind of going to someone else seems like going over her head or.
But the
being-
someone
to
else is
me.
the city manager.
Yeah, but I'm glad to do it. It's not a big deal. I can call her again.
We need a report, and we can present to him, and that he will give to the city council, hopefully.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Madam Chair, I
Do
have
we need a
question.
motion to that effect?
I'll offer the motion.
No? No?
Well, okay, I would, for the following reason. If I understand what you're trying to do here correctly, it is, as this body, make a request that the city council consider the sign that you are requesting. And so, as such, if you make a formal motion, then that gets carried forward to the city council as a formal request of this body.
I'll offer that motion.
Did you make that motion, Pelton?
Yes.
Anyone second?
I second it.
It's been moved and seconded that we make a report that will go to the city manager's office, formally asking for the signs to go in 6 locations, at least for now, at entrances to the city of Vallejo, recognizing our 7 sister cities. All those in favor, say yes.
Oh,
Yes.
one point of clarification. Should we include in this from the beginning that the association would be assisting financially?
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
We cannot do that at this
just
point. We can only say that the commission wants to.
The answer is no.
So when, if I may, Madam Chair, when the item presumably comes before the city council, then certainly one of you can come and give an oral report on any information that you feel is relevant, or answer any questions that the council may have about the proposal.
Okay, thank you. We have a motion on the floor. So all those in favor say yes.
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 All those who are not in favor say no. Motion passed. Motion approved, passed.
So I'll contact the city manager's office again tomorrow.
We have to write a report. That's what we
Okay.
just voted on. We have to write a report. Okay. Thank you so much. And this is going to happen one day because Commissioner Lichter wants it to happen. And for those of you who don't know, this was a project that I had many years ago through participatory budgeting. But at that time, people wanted potholes filled
This day, I don't.
and homelessness fixed. So it got on the ballot, but it didn't go. Okay. Thank you so much. Now we're talking about the Japanese garden, and we've discussed that many times as well. So we have updates on that?
Yes, we do, Madam Chair.
Okay.
At the July 2025 meeting, the Commission on Culture and the Arts they approved our request that the Onagawara would go outside. And with that, we would take the next step for us, which would be to design the plinth or the platform that would hold the Onagawa. And part of that would be getting an estimate from Public Works on what it would take to build it. Then that would come back to this commission, then back to Commission on Culture and the Arts, and then to the council. It will be,
Thank you
yes,
so much
be
for that
going for a
update.
while longer. And I'd like to recognize from the Beautification Commission, Rick Wyrick, because he was there at the Commission on Culture and the Arts meeting that evening, and he was very expressive in what he's done. Also, Commissioner Pelton Stewart was there at the Commission on Culture and the Arts. So the three of us made our case. We had some commentary as well from Jean Cherie, the artist who did the refurbishment for the Onagawa.
Thank you very much. Either one of you want to add to this report? If not, we'll move on. Oh. I just asked if you want to. Okay.
Hi, I'm Rick Warwick. I'm on the Beautification Commission. In regards to the refurbishment of the Japanese, the biggest hurdle was the repair of the Onagawa, which was done by sculptor Jean Cherie, local Vallejo sculptor. So that refurbished Onagawa is now sitting in the Temple Art Lofts, covered in blankets, and we've got it cordoned off. It's really not our property, so I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of that, and that we are looking for this process to be completed in regards to the placement of the Onagawa ASAP, because this has been now, we've been on this project now since September of '23. So this refurbishment of this Japanese garden is taking a very long time. What I would like to say is that as soon as we get that Public Works has seen the Onagawa, the man, Nick, that is in charge of construction with PW, has seen it in person. He has no problem with it. He thinks it'll be a fix. We will just have to specify a location, which we want is outside, and I believe it is very similar to where it was last time, but it's pushed forward a little bit. And so we're just waiting on that to happen. I think it'll be fairly easy once we get, the city processes. Once it's established, PW, Oscar also is aware of it. I think that'll happen pretty fast. And then after that, what I would like to do is with the commission here is get going on the landscaping, because what I'd really like preferably is to get the trees in the ground before winter, so that we can at least get the trees in and move forward so that they'll be ready to bloom next spring. And that's kind of where it stands right now. So as soon as we get this confirmed through the Cultural and Art Commission and then City Council, I'll be breathing a sigh of relief.
Excuse me, I have one question. Oh, are there others as well? Are you able to purchase the trees now? Or do you have
We
to wait?
can, if you can tell me what the vehicle will be for payment and how it's going to work, if the association is going to pay for it. PW has already agreed to, they have the plan, and they know where the holes are. They're willing to dig the holes and all that good stuff and plant the trees. We just have to buy them. That's it.
Well, if you want them in before winter.
yeah, I'd like them
I'm
in before
thinking maybe
January.
we had better make arrangements for you to get them before
No, through the chair.
November.
That would also have to be approved by council as a part of this whole plan.
Madam Chair.
Then maybe he won't be able to do it then. This is end of October.
So I think the issue is you wouldn't want to buy them and find out that the council doesn't want them planted, right?
Okay, so the question was, if we do buy them ahead of time, maybe council won't want them planted.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
a couple things. One, in terms of the trees, the association's the one, as most of us are aware, paid for the replacement. And the notion of putting together a package that we present to the council that includes purchasing of the trees is something that is a logical next step in this. But I'd like to include one other thing that we had talked about that you reminded me, and that's storage of it. And we haven't approached the city with the concept of the city putting it in storage, but is that something you think would?
It's really up to the council and,
No.
or commission,
we
I'm
haven't-
sorry.
Yeah. My question is it become a burden? Or
It's not a burden at this point in time, no. The Temple Art Lofts, they have allowed it because of, I live in the residence there, and Jean Cherie also lives in the residence there, and we're both artists. So that they are allowing us to use the back area of the ground floor, which, if you know anything about the Temple, it's empty. And we use it for the resident artists in the building to show. So at this point in time, management is okay with it being there. But I don't know about liability issues and all that stuff for you guys.
Yeah. So to that end, Madam Chair, if we could get together, like
Certainly.
we've done before.
Yeah.
Put together a report that we submit to the commission, and the commission moves it on up the ladder, and as part of that would go to the association with the dollar amounts for the
Right.
trees, et cetera.
Yeah, all the budget that I prepared 2 years ago, obviously with inflation, things have gone up.
And with the Japanese Consul General, our initial contact with him was that we were hoping to have it in by September. So we had our dinner auction with the Japanese theme we would introduce, and the garden and the clock. So now, when I told him that we weren't going to do that, I said, keep your fingers crossed, but I'm going to ask about March, when we do our Japanese tea, if we can incorporate that in those things in the spring.
Okay, but it sounds like we're going to have to call a special meeting to get all of this wrapped up so that
Yeah.
the trees can be planted before winter.
I would like that.
Okay, we'll look into
I
that.
mean, the sooner the better,
We'll look into that.
because the rains are going to happen, and that'll make the trees stronger being planted in the winter than in the spring or the summer.
Thank you so much for your time and your effort.
Sure.
Number 9, new business, status report on request from City of Akim Oda, Serum, Central Municipality, Ghana, provide direction on next steps.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Since the last meeting, when the direction was given to send the requester from Akim Oda, Mr. Castro Asumadu Ade, I sent the guidelines that we have for becoming a friendship or a sister city. And the response I received was that said, "I am delighted to hear from you, and the good news as well. I forwarded your mail to the mayor, and he was so happy. The mayor and I have together gone through every bit of the guidelines for forming a relationship, and we are very much enthused, and that, by the kind word of the mayor, I wish to gladly inform you that we are ready to proceed. As you inquired also, Akim Oda is not yet a member of the Sister City International. I look forward to hearing from you again." So that's where we stand, and now we have to do something on our side.
I thought we did. Okay, I thought
Well,
you said
we sent them the
guidelines.
guidelines.
Okay. So we need to know if they're going to join Sister City International.
Well, I can follow up with them and ask them that.
Okay, I think that would be the next step.
Well-
Not us doing anything, but finding out from them.
Well, the other question is that do we have interest on this side?
I think we do have interest on this side. Is
Okay.
that correct, Commissioner Andreas?
Yeah, I agree with that, yes.
Say it a little louder in the microphone.
The one reservation I have regarding that is that, I know from Mr. Pelton, he says it's gonna take a long time. It take a long time. But at the same time, also, we have to look at what is our mutual benefit to that regard, because we have other friendship city and other city that we're gonna be talking about some other time, or this time, is that it's kind of in a limbo, not being active, right? We talk about we need to revise it. So what is it going to change with this one? How are we going to start, the committees? And we have to kind of change the way we do business so that way we make sure that everything is going smoothly with this.
Which part?
Okay, so normally, once they join Sister City International, we have to have evidence of committees meeting on both sides, showing interest, and then they become friendship cities.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Commissioner Stewart.
First, there's been a number, over the years, there's been a number of people that have ancestors from Ghana that have expressed an interest. And the concept of going to Tanzania and a couple countries in West Africa, Nigeria's the equivalent of the governor of the region in Nigeria that my primary care doctor at Kaiser his father is. They wanted to host us, but I reminded him that the distance between East Africa and West Africa, you could put the United States, China, and Russia in between the two of them. It's that big. So the interest is there, but the geographic barriers in terms of the cost of doing both. But there hasn't been a formal meeting of just Ghana.
Okay, but it was our understanding that Commissioner Andreas's wife had connections there, or not?
Yeah, she's.
Or connections here?
Yeah, we have connections. Sorry. Yes, we do have connections here, but in the various Bay Area cities. I did entertain those kind of thought to them, and mostly are in higher education. They are willing to go with the program. However, they're not from the same, in Ghana, they're not from the same area. So on this side, we can do it, but on the other side, we have to select which city that we're going to be friends with or sister city. So that need to be, and on our area is okay, but on the other side, it's kind of a little kind of shaky because there are kind of different tribes and different locations and whatnot. So we can explore that.
Well, if we don't see a way to get a committee on this side, then it won't work.
That, Madam Chair, that's what I was going to ask. Would it make sense for us, before we would ask them to join Sister Cities International, was to confirm that we have the interest on this side? Because if they join Sister Cities International and then we don't have any interest, then they've, committed themselves to something that they might not use.
Sounds like there's not interest yet.
Well, let me say that I think a city like Vallejo of 120,000 has too many sister cities right now. I've written the history of 6 of the sister cities, and I noted back when we formed the first with Trondheim and Akashi, we were very active with both cities every year. It was, and then as we added sister cities, it got more diluted because we didn't have the number of people dedicated to specific cities that we had at the beginning when we only had 2.
And so this would be
I
a
think we
friendship
need to-
city, but, maybe over time.
I think it's kind of a saturation point. But
Okay.
So through the chair, so my next question is, what do we do next?
If we don't have interest on this side, then it's moot point. Yes. Commissioner Stewart?
We talked of having a meeting with the folks that have expressed interest over the years that are from there. And just so that everyone's aware, this same sort of issue surfaces with all of our sister cities, including Trondheim and Japan and the Philippines, when you have citizens here that aren't from the town in their home country, but they're from the home country. So in our discussions, we broaden the net, if you will, and say that you can represent Akashi, Japan, and be from Tokyo, and be part of our committee. So by broadening the net, we get the bodies.
We still have to have someone on this side who's willing to take the lead.
Madam Chair, I have a suggestion. It's very difficult to even compare Japan, Akashi, Japan, they are Japanese. In Nigeria, you're talking about 200 different tribes, for instance.
No, we're not talking about Nigeria.
No, I'm just giving an example. In one country, in my country, for instance, even though we are from the same country, we have different tribes, different towns, so it's not like homogeneous society. That's my point. So it's very difficult to say that, to make a comparison. That's my
Okay,
point.
so do I hear you saying that you suggest that we not follow up on this?
I think it's not that we won't follow up, but we can kind of research it more, talk to other people.
Who's gonna, what kind of
I-
research are we gonna do?
Well, what I'm gonna do is, I'm in fact thinking about inviting those different Ghanaians to my house
Okay,
for
Discussion.
dialogue, for discussion. So our commission, we are thinking this way. What
Okay.
do you think? So that's my first step.
all right,
And then at the next meeting, we'll let you know.
thank you very much.
Okay.
Let's see.
One other item on that. Madam Chair, I can send the guidelines to Commissioner Andreas so that he can see what it is we would need to achieve before we would enter into a friendship city relationship.
Oh, I didn't, sorry, I didn't hear you.
I can send you the guidelines so that you know what we're working with for us to participate as a friendship city, as well as for our requester to participate as a friendship city.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. 9B, discussion of meeting schedule for 2026 and provide direction. Is that something we want to leave on now?
This is an item I put on there because in the last year, we've missed a couple of meetings. August, since every year it seems now that the city goes dark in August, I thought perhaps we might want to reconsider the months when we would meet. Because trying to schedule a special meeting over the summer doesn't always work with vacation schedules. So if you would like to further look at this, I can bring this item back in December with some actual dates and times and what we can do, and see if that would be agreeable to the commission, that we would potentially meet in the odd-numbered months instead of the even-numbered months. Because we miss or have to move meetings because Mondays we have national holidays, and we seem to get a few of those in our schedule.
So we'll bring that back in December, but start thinking about it. It makes sense to me, but start thinking about it, and then we'll make a decision in December as to whether we want to do that or not.
And one other item is I want to make sure before we actually would vote on anything that we have a place to meet, because right now with the number of boards and commissions that we have, meeting space and meeting time is at a premium. So I want to make sure I come to you with dates and facilities that would work for everybody.
Okay, thank you. 9D, receive and consider consultant report, boards, commissions, and committees assess. Oh, I'm so sorry. 9C, excuse me. Received correspondence from Ken Sarner regarding the possibility of establishing Flag Football League. Discuss and possibly provide input and recommendations into opportunities for such a league to connect across Vallejo's various sister cities. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Fine Citizens Sister City Commission. We really appreciate being here. Thank you for recognizing the letter. A lot of familiar faces here. And as a fifth-generation Vallejoan, I am absolutely honored to be here and very proud of the impact the Coach Sarner League flag football has on our community. Now with over 3,000 youth, in 4 years, we've raised over $350,000 of scholarship money for our kids to play flag football. Flag football is the fastest growing sport in the world. In fact, 4 of our sister cities have flag football teams going to the 2028 Olympics, that being the Japan team, the Italy team, the Norway team, and the South Korean team. So the impact flag football has had, with the hyper-focus especially on the females, has been enormous. And we're happy to be on the front edge of that and want to present this idea of a cultural exchange through the power of sport to the Sister City Commission. With that, I'm equally as proud to introduce my son, who's the CEO, and is going to talk about the league and the impact we're having and the development of it to you. So I want to introduce the CEO of our league, Ryan Sarna.
Before you leave, could you tell us once again which 4 sister cities?
Yes, I can. It would be Japan, Norway, Italy, and South Korea.
Thank you.
Oh, and Mexico as well, 5. Thank you. Mexico is going to have a team, and we're going there to play, but he'll speak on that.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Yes. So thank you so much for having us being here today. I'm actually a 6th-generation Vallejoan. My kids are 7th-generation Vallejoans. We've been here for a long time. We're very proud of our city. We're proud to serve our city. And as my father stated, we partnered up with the NFL a few years ago here in Vallejo when I was a middle school PE teacher, and I thought my kids needed to do something more. And so we partnered up with the NFL and added youth flag football and had a promise that every kid could play no matter what, whether they could afford it or not. And so we started 120 kids in 2021, and through 4 years, we've now partnered with the San Francisco 49ers, in addition to the NFL, and we're now at 3,000 players annually. And we've given $350,000 in registration scholarships to not turn anybody away, where they could play, where they could afford it or not, and they get the full uniform, full experience. It's an incredible opportunity. This also extends to soccer now. We partnered up with Major League Soccer and the San Jose Quakes, and we started a soccer league in Vallejo, low cost, making sure every kid could play soccer whether they could afford it or not. And we also have a Lego engineering STEM league to make sure that every kid who wants to be involved with STEM will be involved whether they could afford it or not. We do that in February. This will be season 4 coming up. So there's a lot we brought to Vallejo. And something that was close to my heart a couple years ago was traveling to Mexico to volunteer at an orphanage. And the reason why, as a college student, I got to go on a volunteer trip to an orphanage in Dominican Republic. It had such a huge, profound impact on my life. And I said to my wife, I said, man, this had such an important part of my life. Let's bring this to our kids and families here in Vallejo. And so we started to travel to an orphanage in Ensenada, Mexico, just above Ensenada, Mexico, where we've taken kids and families from Vallejo to volunteer every spring break. During this time, kids are learning to get outside of our own culture here in Vallejo and give back and be a part of a different community, and also just giving back to the greater good of the world. And so part of this has also been doing a free flag, of course it's free, right? It's at the orphanage, but it's a flag football clinic at the orphanage. There's a turf soccer field there, and we also do construction there. We've done, laying gravel. There's babies that need to be held. There's about 130 kids that live at this orphanage, and there's so much to do. So these kids from Vallejo and their families come in. We have big bonfires every night, and it's a great experience learning to give back, but also building community. And so we're going, this is going to be, we started this in 2023, so 2026 is going to be our next time. 2023, and we're proud to go back. When we do go back, we are now expanding this to take our kids to play internationally against other teams from Ensenada. By the way, I should mention, we have the largest all-girls flag football league in Northern California. We have 1,000 girls. And so we're many times higher than next closest league. We have a lot of girls playing flag football, most of them for the first time. It's an incredible experience. So when we partner up with this Ensenada teams that we've been talking to, we're going to bring our Vallejo youth out there. So we're going to bring some all-girls teams and all-boys teams and introduce them to the teammates for Ensenada, see their field, have a great time with them, maybe do some barbecue before and after, and then we're going to play some football together. It's going to be a great time mingling these cultures in different parts of the world. So we're really excited to do that. That's going to be this April. Our goal, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to figure, are you a member of Church on the Hill?
No,
Okay,
but I
so
was
it's just
before.
it's a different orphanage from the one
That's
that,
an orphanage.
a different orphanage, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I just did this on my own. You know, we just looked up
That's fine.
largest orphanage in Mexico that I could find in reasonable driving distance because we drive. We rent 12 passenger vans and caravan out there. It's actually a big part of it, I think, is the driving and commuting together. So we had this idea where we're from Vallejo. We're established in Vallejo. We're nationally recognized by the NFL for several different awards, and I believe we're going to be up for another award in Orlando again by the NFL this January. Really proud of that, to represent Vallejo on that stage. And we said, we're going here to Ensenada. We have dreams and visions of going beyond Ensenada and taking our kids to visit more international cities through flag football, which is the largest international, fastest growing sport, I should say, internationally. And I said, we have the Vallejo Sister Cities program right here, who's been doing this for decades. And let's see, I know a long time ago there used to be a program where there was kids that went from Vallejo Little League, I believe, and went to go to Japan, to our sister city, to play baseball with other local little leagues from our sister city in Japan. And I know Ensenada is on our sister city list, and I said we can partner up with the City of Vallejo somehow to make this a joint opportunity to take our Vallejo families out there, not just to serve and give back, but to also experience Ensenada and connect with the sister city of Ensenada and their committee. And potentially in the future, if that worked out, look further, whether Philippines, Japan, wherever that could be. So that is our ask today, is to collaborate with what we can do to work together, bringing our families out there. Again, our goal is affordability. My dream would be to not charge anybody, but of course it's very expensive to do so. So it's definitely not a profit point for us. It's a point of a life-changing experience for our kids and families.
Well,
Any
you're the
questions?
right person, because I'm telling you,
I have a question.
okay, one second.
Okay.
I'm ready to go already. I mean,
All
really,
right, for
you're,
you-
and I know, I mean,
you
I've
just-
been to some of your craft feasts, and so I know you
Oh.
do really well
Yeah.
with the fundraising and all
You
that.
just
Congratulations.
stated a while ago that you have 3,000 players. Are they all from different places or from Vallejo?
Half of our players are from Vallejo, but
Oh.
we have players we're based in Vallejo. We started in Vallejo, we play in Vallejo, but we also have a Fairfield location, which was our second location. Our third location just opened in Napa. Our fourth location is opening in Concord. But location number one, where we started and where we still are, is Vallejo.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I'm sure many of the commissioners have comments. I'll wait till the end now. Commissioner Stewart.
Thank you, Madam Chair. What Chair Stewart was referring to is a program, it's called Open Arms. It's not an orphanage. It's a program that picks up kids in the morning, feeds them breakfast, takes them to school, picks them up from school, brings them back to their facilities, does their homework with them, and feeds them dinner, and then sends them home. But they have a requirement to be the lowest income families in the area. And it's based on one of the founders' life experience. His family was too poor to take care of him. They brought him to an orphanage, and the family visited him on a regular basis, but they couldn't afford to feed him. We were so enamored with that we developed our friendship city in Mexico, in Ensenada. And we were so impressed. It's in the La Mijon area of Ensenada, and we were so impressed with that we started to do a lot of things with them. We've visited, we've had our martial arts team go down there and do demonstrations for them and provide uniforms for martial arts through Grandmaster Kim's Taekwondo studios. We've assisted in remodeling some of their playfield areas. So it is something that we've done, and, you know, quite frankly, I think what you've described is something that can match what we're doing and can mesh together and make it an even bigger program. It would be, at least, you got my vote on trying to make it work.
Was there someone else who wanted to? Yes,
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Lamb?
thank you. Well, I love the idea. I mean, there are so many reasons why something like this makes sense, given our connection already with Ensenada, and as has been articulated, all the sports programs that the Commission and the Sister City Association have been engaged in over the years. I would like to make a recommendation that we liaise with the Sarna Flag Football League and figure out a way that we can actually collaborate, meaning having kids go down to Ensenada and maybe formalizing that, or vice versa, having kids from there or other cities come here and participate in flag football sports activities. And I'd be happy to serve as a liaison and along with any other commissioners that are interested in doing so.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I have a question and praise for you guys exposing Vallejo to outside world. To me, it's like a diplomacy. That's what Vallejo needs, exposure through sport to what we're trying to do, citizen diplomacy. So you guys, I give you full support and continue, and wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just looking for the recommendation from the commission as to what the next steps would be.
Okay, I'll make my comment first, and then I'll see if Commissioner Lamb wants to take this on since he's working with the youth. We have, as was specified, we've done baseball, and we've done girls' basketball, and we've done Taekwondo so far in terms of taking students from Vallejo to some of our sister cities. Once we did 3 countries in one trip. That was too much. So I'm going to say right now, we're not doing 3 countries in one trip, so don't even suggest it. But starting with Ensenada, it's really easy to get there. And actually, they will also visit, but, you know, what can I say? I'm thrilled that Commissioner Lamb is willing to be our liaison to you, and we're going to probably have to have him bring back something for us to vote on to say, yes, officially, that we want to proceed. Is that correct? Thank you for being here, and we look forward to it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Madam Chair, one additional comment, and
Oh, okay.
to the question of what's next. I, as I said, be happy to serve as a liaison. I don't know if Commissioner Rubio Machado would also like to join, given that she represents Ensenada. Any interest?
Okay, I would love to. I don't know if you guys can get my microphone.
Is it green?
But yes.
Tap,
All right.
tap the microphone itself, it'll tell you.
So as far as next steps go, maybe we can meet directly and have a conversation. We'll report back to the commission with recommendations, any recommendations that we have, and see where we go from here.
Thank you so much.
Pelton's already doing it, I
I
can see.
see, I see. Thank you so very much.
So we'll connect and get it figured out.
All right, thank you very much. And we also, I included in my report that Visit Vallejo said that they would love to help and assist and work with this. So let's not forget them as well. Okay. Okay, now we're on D9. Receive and consider consultant report. Boards, commissions, and committee assessment report, and provide input recommendations to the city council related to recommendations regarding the Sister Cities Commission. Okay, so, I don't know how many of you had a chance to read the section that was included in our appendices for our agenda, but I did, and now that we have the report from our liaison for the city council, I feel a little less nervous, so to speak, because I really was concerned that none of the commissioners were contacted to make a decision like that, a recommendation even. I would think they'd want to contact at least one of us. But we have gotten approval from the, a guarantee from our liaison that nothing is rushing ahead at this point. So that's good.
Yeah, through the chair. Yeah, I just wanted to make a clarification. Well, first of all, I did send out the report as a part of the packet.
I did.
And, well, thank you. It was City of Vallejo Boards, Commissions, and Committees Report, Assessment Report, March 25th, 2024, revised August 25th, 2025. And on page 21 of 53 of the report, there was a recommendation that it said eliminate McCune Collection Commission, eliminate Sister City Commission, and appoint a council liaison to the Sister City Association. So that was the recommendation in regards to this commission. Now, after some heated discussion and some, I'll just say the observation that none of the commissioners were ever contacted, the council direction was to schedule a council study session on boards and commissions after staff and consultant has held 2 to 3 focus groups to which all commissioners are invited, and input on board commission matters has been agendized topic of discussion at each board and commission. Deliver the results of this engagement with board commission members to council in January of 2026. So that's where we are at this point, and I do not know, because this was just at last Tuesday's meeting.
Right.
So I don't know what the rollout of that is going to look like, but I will follow up on this, and if anything is to come through me or directly to you from the city manager's office, I will make sure that you know about when these focus groups or study sessions are going to be.
So I did have a question about, do you remember getting a survey to you?
No.
Okay, because it's in that report, it says that all the secretaries of the commissions got that survey. And
If
I
it,
thought,
well, in March 2024, I don't recall that.
okay, that's fine. They did say that, and so I thought, all right. Mrs. Miller is with us. Would you like to comment on this agenda item? Oh, gosh, she got a whole piece of paper. She needs to say it to us first. Then she can say it to council.
Thank you for this opportunity. And it's good to see all of your faces. Most of you I know. And I applaud all of your efforts and dedication to being here this evening. I serve at the pleasure of the chair. My name is Tina Miller. And I'd like to think of myself as an example of what Sister City, not just the commission, but the association and all the members in the city of Vallejo have found to be the value of what the mission is, what the policy is, and how much it's been always for many, many years. How many years in existence, Chairman?
Over 60.
The value that we bring to the city of Vallejo, the value of the image of the city of Vallejo. So I applaud each one of you, your efforts. And why am I standing here? I am a past chair of the Vallejo Sister City Commission. I am a past president of the Vallejo Sister City Association, and I am a past vice president of the Northern California Association of Sister Cities International. And it's the first time I got to see you, Eric, on the other side of the table. So this is fun, too. I brought along, I slipped it off the wall, the wedding portrait that was given to me and provided for me by the Akashi Sister City photographer at their invitation. And my husband and I, and no, he's not Japanese, made history in the country of Japan by being the first non-Japanese couple to be married in a Shinto shrine that had been built 1,500 years ago. So it wasn't only the huge gift of honor to be given a Shinto wedding, traditional from beginning to end, totally provided by the Sister of Akashi in Japan, and they wouldn't allow us to pay for anything. It was completely, they covered all expenses. They provided the Shinto priest. They provided the 2 assistants to the Shinto priest. We had an assistant for the couple to be married. And instead of a best man and a maid of honor or matron of honor, we had go-betweens that stood behind us. And for those who've been in the sister city for so long, part of the history, that was Tagashi and Kuniko Maruyama. Dear, dear friends, family, in my family. And they provided the translation in our ears. We didn't have any little microphones then. That was 1998, May 10th. It was quite the experience. Everywhere we went in the country of Japan, we were greeted by people who had seen our wedding that had been televised to over 1 million people in the country of Japan. And they heard over and over that we were from the city of Vallejo in the San Francisco Bay Area. And what an honor. They didn't just think of it as they bestowed an honor on us. We honored them by accepting this invitation. Having said all of that, none of this would have come about had there not been a Sister City Association, had there not been a Sister City Commission that sets the policy from the commission, and the association makes it happen. It was such an adventure. It was such a pleasure. Some of you were there. I felt so privileged to be going through this experience. It wasn't anything I expected at all. But it was the love and sisterhood and brotherhood that made it happen. And for 30 years, I had hosted guests in my home from just not Akashi, Japan, from several of our sister cities. They were guests in my home, and I was a single mom at that moment when I first became a member because I wanted my daughters to learn more about the cultures in the world. I wanted them to experience individuals with a different language, a different food, and different customs. It really impressed upon both of my daughters. And I was a single mother for 20 years. One now is a doctor, and the other one is a psychotherapist. So I didn't ruin them as a single parent. I am now going to pull out the photograph that they provided as one of many, many gifts to my husband, J.D. Miller, and myself, Tina Miller. And when I say no, my husband is not Japanese. I cannot tell you how many times I am asked to share this story all around the world, and they just presume he's Japanese. No, he came in on my skirt tails. So, now,
We definitely want you to save all of this for the city council.
so this is the wedding portrait that was taken by the photographer provided by the city of.
I was there.
Yes, you were. And Anne was by your side with your granddaughter Brandy. I will not forget that. None of that, I will ever, all the details. And we were flying over with a delegation that was part of our entourage from, they were professors from Stanford, who were meeting with the different experts at the University of Kobe to discuss about earthquakes, seismology. That was quite the.
Oh, it's right here. She can turn around right here. Yeah, right.
It's on the wall up high. There? Yes. How big is it? I don't know. Eric, help me here. What's the best view?
Well, actually, I can see it right there.
Okay, as
Right.
long as they can see it on the screen.
Uh-huh. So I would like,
How about you? Because of our friendship, because Madam Chair asked me to come down, I get to share this with all of you. I took out the wall in the living room. It's my wall of honor.
so for the commissioners who have not been with us very long, I wanted you to have some idea at this meeting about the depth of the relationships that happen as a result of Sister City Commission and Association. And that will allow you, as commissioners, to also, if it comes to that, to vouch for the kinds of things that happen and can happen through this commission and association. So thank you so much, Mrs. Miller.
Can I add one thing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Tell us about your daughters and the assistance that you provided when we were looking at Afghanistan.
I tried.
Oh, my goodness. I have 2 biological daughters, and then I have 2 non-biological adopted children. And one of them was born in Kabul. Her name is Farzana Norzeh, and she provided a lot of information for connections with the possibility of a sister city in Afghanistan. I hope that answers the question, Pelton. Okay. Any other questions? Can I just go down the table and ask?
It sounded like there's a question from Commissioner Placido.
Yes.
Oh, I just want to let you know that's a beautiful pictures with your husband. And that outfit is really like you guys are Japanese for that outfit. It's so beautiful. Yeah. So,
Thank you.
So how many years you've been involved with this Japan Akashi? Like you're always saying that Akashi Japan is that your, when you visited Akashi Japan?
Yes. Many times.
Many times.
Oh, yes. They're like family.
Oh, that's wonderful.
They know they can contact me and stay in my home.
So do you know how to speak a little bit of Japanese?
Skosh, konnichiwa, not much more.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
But I also simultaneously, because of my connections, the sisterhood and brotherhood of my being a host to all of these different individuals, they also know what I have been doing in my own profession. I'm a laughter therapist,
Oh,
and I do it all over the world. I'm a global speaker. And they invited me, the last time we were in Japan, and we're overdue for another visit, but the sister city invited me to do it in their park. And there were at least 125 to 150 people. And there was, I always say, little Tina Miller from Vallejo, California, was doing her laughter exercises in the middle of the park, and it was such a huge honor. Once again, a new experience. And I had a translator who is a master teacher of what I do and what I learned what I learned now from a doctor. He's a cardiologist, and he created the structure for this whole laughter therapy program. So
that's wonderful, Tina. Thank you.
Thank you for asking. Can-
Madam Chair,
Yes?
I have a question and
Mm-hmm.
comments. First and foremost, I would like to thank you for serving the Sister City Association as president and the commissioner. Your dedication means a lot to me. I'm a new commissioner here.
Are you?
Yeah, and
Tell me
that-
your name.
Emmanuel Andreas.
Emmanuel
Emmanuel Andreas.
Andreas. Thank you.
And that's my thank you. And then my question to you is, what do you have any assessment, current commissioners? In other words, the association, I've been involved with the commission, and also are you with what we're doing, and what can we improve, for instance, since you were chairperson and of both the commission and sister association, what do you see different we are doing, for instance, or in terms of improvement, what can we improve, things in that nature? I don't
Thank
know if
you.
understand
Thank you
my
for the
question.
compliments first. Thank you for being in that chair. That's the important thing, is that you volunteered to give your valuable time to learn about the commission and learn about the various sister cities. But for me, in my heart, it's about reaching out to people and being friends with them so that we're not enemies. That is so vital, and it gets more important each day that passes, and that we need to, maybe verbally we can't always communicate, but showing kindness and showing curiosity and learning about someone else and their customs and how they communicate is so valuable. I am not superior to anyone in this room. I go into a room so that I can learn. I want to know what motivates you and all of you to be a better person. I think we can all be better people if we just put a hand out and say, "Hi, my name is Tina Miller, and yours?" And you start a conversation. I don't know what it is to be afraid, standing over there in the corner and not connecting with people. And I just think all of you are brave to be sitting in those chairs, and sometimes you feel like you're banging your head against the wall. And it's just not from your own personal experience, but you're up against government and everything that you have to make the crack in the wall with and get something done, which seems like almost impossible every time you come together. So Norma, who do you represent? Is there a specific city?
Yes, Baguio, Philippines.
Okay.
Baguio City, Philippines.
And is it Mr. Lamb? James? Okay. I'm sorry? Paul. Paul, your sisters?
Jinchun and Muju.
And Muju. All right. Pelton.
Try to help all of them. But my story is I was at a religious conference in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Day off. We went to,
Pelton, I know your story. It is a beautiful, valuable story. So can I say you're Bagamoyo?
Let me add one that happened
Uh-huh.
when we were in Japan last year.
Yes, yeah.
William and Yolanda Kim were talking about this young lady that they helped when she came here.
Mhm.
Exchange program, I think Paul set it up where the kids would come and spend a week. Immersion program that only spoke English. And they talked about that, and while we were there, these two young ladies came up. They're now working for the city of the country. And, you know, it was tears in my eyes and all of us, that here's kids that we helped.
Yeah, wonderful.
They were kids that are now serving their city. That was one of the success stories that happened as a result of our sister city relations.
That's what you want to hear. I totally understand.
Madam Chair, I have one more question to ask.
All right.
Another question, Emmanuel?
Yes, I do, yes, I do.
Okay.
Something came up. The thought of the elimination of Sister City Commission, what's your opinion? Do you have any take? Because there is in the works for eliminating the commission. Also, the second follow-up is that if Sister City Commission is to be eliminated, will that also affect the Sister City Association? To me, it's kind of codependent on each other. So what do you?
How can one exist without the other? How can one exist without the other?
Well, that's what I wanted to hear from you, because
I don't see it happening one without the other, but that's my humble opinion. It goes back to reaching out, making friends, and establishing a rapport with a variety of cultures in the world. And it also establishes the city of Vallejo of some prominence in the world, that we have value and we place value on communicating with somebody who's different from us. I know in the beginning you come into this because you have a family connection, you were possibly born in that sister city, or the city that you wanted to be a sister city in a country on the other side of the world. I understand that. I will keep going back to the whole philosophy of President Eisenhower, who firmly believed that unless we made personal contact with one another on the planet, there really wasn't much hope. We cannot be in isolation. We cannot. And I really see this, it's a beautiful thing what the commission and the association provides, whether people understand the value of it or not. It is essential to our place in the county, in the state, in the United States of America. It just has untold value that I can't put a dollar sign on.
thank you.
You're welcome. Paul, Mr. Ligda, do you have any questions? And who do you represent? Oh,
70. 70. 70.
no, it was early.
Microphone.
It was early on.
70.
I cannot hear Commissioner Ligda.
The commission, yes. 70. The commission was, in fact, I've got it right here. 71. He's asking when the commission started, 71. Commissioner Lichter, you need to turn on your mic. But it's being recorded. There you go.
It looks like the commission existed for 11 years before the association was founded.
They saw a need.
Yeah.
I've been here all my life. I've lived in Vallejo all my life. I will be 76 in a month.
Okay.
She's joining over. Thank you so much. And I just now, in my, I fell down on my duties as a chairperson. You were supposed to be 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Well, there's two
I
more
fell down on that
individuals
duty and I
though.
apologize.
I
forgot-
will beg your patience that the last two individuals on the other side of Eric, I would like to hear your names, please.
Hi, I'm Veronica Nebb. I'm the city attorney.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I am Maestra Yajaira Viridiana Rubio Machado, and I help representing Ensenada, Mexico.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you for coming.
Say hand.
Thank you so much for coming. And I represent La Spezia, Italy. Anyway,
Ma-
okay.
Madam
let's-
Chair,
oh.
just to conclude on item D, Eric, you had graciously offered to keep us informed as to how this is proceeding, but I want to ask our council member if you had any recommendations, things that we could be doing to address any of these issues and concerns relative to the commission.
So as I mentioned before, it is crucial that when your secretary, Eric, reach out to you, be part of whatever that's being asked, but also write your letters, send your testimonies, why you joined and why you've been part on this opportunity for so long. And if you don't mind me even going a step farther, share your trips and the youth. Lonnie's testimony is what moved me. But I have been part of this opportunity through various people such as Dr. Berger-Leah. Young students have invited me. So since 2000, I want to say 2010 was my first one. And so to why I chose to be the liaison, because the mission is important, the vision is clear, and you are the walking testimony. So I think this is crucial. I do agree. I thought that in my mind that a combination blended into the association, because that's the work I've seen the most, but it's created because there was a need financially to assist the commission. So I even got educated, to be honest with you. So please share why this is important. And I do believe that there should be a liaison person to also the commission, the association, but it goes to a little gray area, legal, you know. So I think it's important. So thank you for that. But write, share anything you have. And one thing I might also add through you, Paul, please make sure that the youth know what this is so that they can be in your seats sooner or later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for.
Thank you for your comments.
I have a
Oh, I'm sorry.
question. What? Okay, Council Helen, if I write my comments, do I have to send it to Eric or is there any person or the consultant? To whom do I address if I have a comment?
So you could ask legal, she can
Yeah.
advise you with that because that would be better to direct and show that they'll get it. So I'm pretty sure Veronica will tell you. Thank you.
Excuse me, sorry. The specific request of the council in asking each of the staff members to commissions, all commissions, so not just this commission and not just the commissions that were considered for, I will call it, or where the consultant suggested that some consolidation might be in order, was really to bring it forward to all commissions, the report, the suggestions in the report, and ask for your formal feedback to the city council so that it could consider your feedback before making any kind of a decision. So the council did learn that the commissions were not interviewed by the consultant themselves. They felt that it was important to hear from the commissions specifically on this topic. And so whatever feedback you as a group, in particular, would like to give to the city council about what you feel or believe and why, is what the council is looking for from you. So directly, Eric can transmit it certainly to the city manager so that it makes the packet when the council considers this action. You do have some time, but I do want to recommend that you give a formal statement, for lack of a better word, back to the city council about what your recommendation is, because they specifically asked for it.
So one question to that. In the report that we all got, it's in your email, it says they're gonna have some sessions. Now, do you know whether or not these sessions will say, okay, this session is gonna be focusing on this commission, and this session is gonna be focusing on this other commission, or whether this is gonna be just in general? Because that would be important for us to know.
Sure. I actually do not know the answer to that question and can't really speak to it. I think it's a fair question that Eric can ask of the city manager's office, who will kind of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Package up what actually ultimately goes to the council. It may be kind of too much to consider them all at once.
Right.
Certainly. But I think it's fair that get your comments in as soon as you can. You can always augment them if you want to. And certainly if someone, if the commission wants to appoint someone to deliver those comments, or one or more people, not a quorum, but one or more people, up to 3, to come and deliver those comments to the city council, I think that would be appropriate.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to suggest once again that we all go back and read what was sent to us by our secretary with the agenda this last time. It is lengthy, so, you know, if you want to read a few pages a day, but please go back and read all of that, because it's important to have some background information on what the city council did that night, what the commission, what the consultants said that night, and then how we want to respond. Yes, Commissioner Stewart.
Couple of questions. One, what was the mission of the consultant? What was he or she asked to do?
Say that again?
What was the consultant asked to do?
It's in that, it's in
I
what I'm asking you to
understand, but
read.
I would like the city attorney to.
Okay.
I certainly don't have the RFP in front of me, but my understanding, based on conversations with the consultant as well as the report itself, was they were charged with looking at the number of boards and commissions that we have and their duties, looking for, I'll call it overlap or efficiencies, that could occur as between those commissions and committees, and making some suggestions for consolidation, reasons not to consolidate, things for the council to consider. As you know, or maybe you don't know, and if you read the report, you'll see that, I think Eric has stated a couple of times, like, we have space constraints in terms of meetings, staff constraints in terms of meetings, and some other things. And I think they were really looking for, I will call it, neutral input from a consultant, in consideration of whether there were efficiencies to be had. Now, I do not believe the council did not take this up, look at this report, and give a lot of input as to what they thought out of hand. They were really looking for the board and commission input first, with the idea that decision-making or consideration would come back to the council after the end of this year, the first of next year, in January of 26. So as I said, you do have some time. You have another meeting in the meantime. So you could all go back, read this, form your individual opinions, come together for a collective opinion, and then take that forward to the council.
The second part,
Hold
wait,
Wait, yeah,
I had two. The second part was to, as Paul alluded to in his comments about our history, one can't exist without the other in terms of the association and commission, that there are other cities that have affiliations with Sister Cities International that doesn't have a formal commission, and it's kosher.
I printed like 53 pages, but it didn't mean I read them all. But the important part I took. Now, first and foremost, if the
Is
city
your mic
attorney-
on?
It's on. First and foremost, I would like to ask the city attorney, is this the first time it's been this kind of study done, or when the last time it's been study done, either for the efficiency to reduce commissions or board the committee? Secondly, is there any, when we say efficiency, would that mean also reducing the expenditure or money-wise involved with this in terms of when you consolidate something, you're doing something, not just because of the sake. The other question also is the criteria. The study shows that the consultant examined 3, 4, 5 cities comparison to what it's trying to do. But it's kind of apple and orange when you really think about these things. We are really a bit different than other cities because other cities have money and other things. But my question now, is this a preliminary study or is it final report so that the council can make a decision?
So I can answer the last piece first, which is the consultant has produced the report, and in this version that you have before you this evening is the final report, absent the council asking for additional information from the consultant, which they always could do. I do think the council really wanted the commission, the boards and commission input, and I think that was very important. I want to stress that again, because they stressed it on multiple occasions, so I'm feeling like I need to stress that with you. Is money a consideration? I can't speak to that. The council would have to speak to that when they finally make their decision. I don't think, money is ever irrelevant, but I also don't think that the amounts of the budgeting that the consultant was suggesting for each of the boards or commissions expenditures is necessarily the most important thing to the council. They did not raise that as a issue during their brief discussion of the report. Resources are different than money necessarily. So money is a resource, but we have personnel resources, space resource. There are a lot of resources that the city considers when making decisions about things. I'm sorry. Yeah, recruitment, so difficulty in filling seats. So if you look at the recommendations in this report, after you read sort of the whys and the comparisons, et cetera, the recommendations were a few fold, and you can read those in the report. I won't reiterate them for you. But I do think as you formulate your thoughts about it and your recommendation back to the city council, you should consider everything contained in their recommendations. And their recommendations are more council should consider, not that that they should decide one way or the other. So they weren't making hard line recommendations, more, here are some considerations we think could make some sense for the council to chew on. Your first question, I've only been here 5 years, but my recollection is that previous councils had looked at either more or less closely than this, whether they did want to make some changes in boards and commissions, just never really got, no changes were made. I mean, we've added commissions, obviously, or committees, but no changes were made as far as I know. I think hiring this consultant to look at it again was, and again, the council that started this project isn't the council that will be making the decision, right? So there's some differences there, but I think this is kind of one that was intended to get some expert advice. What could we look at? What are the key takeaways, et cetera? And then for the council to make a decision. But again, I do believe they really do want the board and commission input before they do that.
Thank you so much for that clarification. Just for historical information to all the commissioners who are here tonight, when the city of Vallejo went through bankruptcy, all of the commissions were suspended except us. And that was because the mayor at the time, Osby Davis, asked that we be placed in his office at the time, in the mayor's office. And so we were saved, so to speak, and we were able to continue the work with all of our sister cities and all the work that we had done and wanted to do as a result of that. So just so you know, for historical purposes, it has nothing to do with this particular situation, but you need to know it as a commissioner, that at one point, everybody was on suspension except us. And so in our minds, that showed a recognition of how that we were important in terms of city to city, community to community, to try to keep peace in the world. Yes.
Not only did we continue, but we continued with no money from the city in that year.
Well, they went bankruptcy, yes. Okay. All right. So I would say at this point, unless someone has a very, very, very important update to give, which some of you might have, please ask if you have an important update to give. Otherwise, we will either wait until we have our special meeting, which we will have, or our December 15th meeting. So is there a person a committee chair who would like to share something that needs an update? We're at 10A. Okay.
Through the chair. I
Yes.
actually have something to add for Ensenada.
All right.
And
So this is 10A7.
Yes. I have been in contact with Jared Gutierrez from Ensenada. He is the person who took over the seat from, I can't think of his name.
Well,
He had it first, from Efren. So I'm having a Zoom meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I did want to, at this time, invite Commissioner Rubio Machado, if you're available at 10 a.m. to join me. I can send you the Zoom link. And we will deliver a report at the next meeting.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. If there are no other urgent updates, then we will either save those for the special meeting or the December 15th meeting. I'm guessing the special meeting will be in November, and we will call one. So in the meantime, please read the report, put your thoughts together, and be prepared to help us figure out a way to share the information that we want to share in a way that will be understandable to the city council members, who I don't think are very knowledgeable of what it is that goes on with this commission.
Through the chair, just wanted you to be aware I won't be able to attend your special meeting in November, but I will try to watch via Zoom, and if it's okay with you, I will give a report through there if however I need to do that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
If there's nothing else, meeting adjourned at 7:20 p.m. Thank you so much.